This presentation of the Hi Guys video contains foul language and might not be suitable for young children. 2 months ago, I had a career. I was a journalist and I was a manager. I had a lot of responsibility. I had health insurance and a 401k. But you can call it a midlife crisis because I kept asking myself, is this it? Now what? Maybe I had heard about one too many people living life on their own terms. I needed adventure, and along came Pete.
Okay, so my strategy on these big auctions, everybody blows their load on the first couple. They get all excited, they pre-ejaculate basically. Now we're gonna auction off units. You're gonna cut the locks, open the door, there's gonna be a bunch of people and we're just gonna start our bidding. So I just spent out the door with taxes and everything, I just spent
This
$408.
is Pete.
I started going to auctions and my first big unit was down in Naples, $200 I bought it for.
He buys storage units.
And it had probably over $3,500 in coins right off the bat, and it started me right off the bat with a good start. The money I have in it, it's gonna be close.
On one particular Friday in Cape Coral, he buys 6.
Very competitive. It could be ammo. You go to work, you're getting a paycheck. Here, if you keep getting outbidded or you don't see a good locker, you're not getting paid this week. Now this is a good sign. This is what I look for, old video games.
Pete's been into this for 8 years now.
Isn't this fun, Scott?
He's a retired Marine, and a 9 to 5 didn't really appeal to his nature.
It's a very risky living and you gotta know what you're doing. Otherwise it will bite you in the ass.
If you're in a searching for the meaning of life phase, find the big red Buddha on McGregor Boulevard and go right across the street.
So, this, you're taking a chance. You have just as good a chance of here as you do at the casino. All right, so some jewelry doesn't look good so far. Lionel. It wasn't a Christmas train, it's a good Lionel train.
I first met Pete a couple months back. I'd been learning about reselling clothes.
You want to check these out?
I'd love to. I started by grabbing everything in sight, then I narrowed it down to vintage tees. This right here is one of the reasons you end up picking clothing. When you go to yard sales, I at first started picking up all sorts of figurines and doing all the comps on eBay to figure out if it was worth anything. And yeah, you can pick it up and maybe it's something you can flip for a few bucks, but hard goods are hard to store. You have to have space. With clothing, you can fold it, you can stack it in there. There's over 315 pieces of clothing and it's all contained into our guest room closet. You couldn't do that with, lawn gnomes or something like that. Shipping is another reason. All the supplies that I need for shipping look like this. They're poly mailers and they're easy to store. If you are shipping hard goods, you're gonna have to go find cardboard boxes to pack up. You have to fill it with peanuts, newspaper, and you gotta tape it up. These I just slide the shirts in the side, seal it. This is a thermal printer. I didn't even know what they were a few months ago. Slap a shipping label, and it's good to go. Pete hooked me up with a bundle of old Harley Davidson shirts, and those things move like dope.
Money's gonna add up fast.
Now he gives me a heads up when he finds what I'm looking for.
I see hockey memorabilia. But people that watch the TV show or just started a year or two ago, keep bidding, and I'm okay with that. I did that when I started too. I lost a lot of money.
Pete's a big operation compared to me. He spends thousands on storage lockers sometimes.
I could go make a lot more money doing what I know, construction, tiling, painting, but this is just fun.
Then he pieces them out in his storefront on McGregor and throws some of the items on eBay. Sunday mornings look like this.
First unit that you were with me on, that that unit paid for the whole day.
Yeah, and this is some of it right here.
This is some of it. You got a snap-on box, snap-on tools, And then this is a Matco box. We found silver coins. What were they? Walking Liberties? Walking Liberties, silver coins, Natosha coin, something for everybody.
Pete started posting his sales on Facebook Marketplace. And Lex1 here came to find out what it was all about.
I saw this pop up on Facebook last night and I told my wife, I'm like, oh, this sounds like something I want to check out.
I saw him holding a Harley Davidson shirt.
Okay, I'm probably gonna take this home. Lex1, that was my stage name. I'm a platinum selling rapper. I don't do that anymore. I just focus on creating like content reviews based on hip hop nostalgia and stuff like that.
So here's another guy that just has fun for a living.
My day job is just try to have fun.
That's awesome.
And not take life too serious.
I'd rather make friends than money, so I offer him the only shirt I found at Pete's sale.
It definitely smells. This was definitely an oil rag for sure. So I'm probably gonna just soak it. Yeah, tons of holes in it. We call that roached, but people like it. People like that. The graphic is super cool. Yeah, I bet you this is like either a mechanic or some sort of handyman or you know, guy who DIY stuff just ended up using this as a rag.
Lex lives for the hunt and is kind enough to dispense some wisdom to an amateur like me. You have a tactic of using promoted listings on you.
Yeah, absolutely, you know, because anytime someone's looking for that whatever specific item, you usually pop up at the top and have a better chance of selling it. Also, probably listing it across a few platforms as well, because some people just don't like eBay. Even though eBay is the biggest selling platform, some people just like the other ones. So, you know, it's good to just I usually throw them up on everything, and if one sells, I'll just pull it off the other. Or if they both sell almost simultaneously, I'll just take the higher one and cancel the other one.
Does that happen a lot?
A few times, not as much as you would think, but it has happened and it does happen. And you know, I'm about just trying to sell stuff, not sit on them. So I don't really care to hold on to something too long, even if it's valuable or not. You know, I'd rather just flip my money. That's another thing I love about the vintage stuff, is just there's a story behind everything.
Stories. That's kind of why I think I might enjoy this too, is just you never know where something's been. Going through storage lockers with Pete, you can just tell that there's life that has been lived in these things that you find. It's certainly, you know, a hobby of mine. I wouldn't say I'm relying on it full time, but I love what it allows me to do. It allows me to go out and meet people. It allows me to hear interesting stories, meet interesting characters. I loved hearing from Pete talking about just, you know, he'd rather do what he's doing right now than make more money, you know, doing something more profitable, but it's back-breaking work. Pete's a great guy to know. Lex1, I mean, I just randomly met him. I'd never heard of him. I'm not the biggest, you know, hip-hop aficionado, but I went and I started listening to some of his music while I was on my morning runs. It sounds well produced. I was actually kind of feeling it as I was going for my morning runs. And had I never, you know, been out there on the hunt, I would have never met him, and we would have never talked, and I would have never listened to his music. So I'm glad that this has allowed me to discover people like these guys. The money is just kind of a bonus. It's more about the treasure hunting and the meeting people, the creating the content around it. I now have a production company. I'm now legit. I'm an LLC. Hi Guys Video. That's drones. And so far I'm having a blast being self-employed and searching for the meaning of life. I know this is cliche, everybody asks you to do it, but if you'd like to see more videos like this, you need to give me a like. The more you watch, the more it encourages me to put out more content. So thank you so much. Also, if you want to check out Instagram, I am Hi Guys Video. I put out content related to reselling. I also put out a lot of stuff just about developments in Southwest Florida. I fly my drone. I have my Part 107 license. So if you are interested in collaborating with for some content, I do a lot of commercial type social media things for businesses in Southwest Florida. But I also travel up to my hometown of Altoona, and I've done some things for businesses in that area as well. So if you're in either location, feel free to reach out to me. Maybe I can help you get some cool looking video on your social media. All right, guys, take care. Thank you for your support.
All right, Scott, man, you were great today. I hope we had a lot of fun, baby.